the ocean never came over in 50 years, and then all of a sudden the ocean started to come over. And I only have one floor house, so I went into the attic and I spent 2 days there because water went up to the house 6 feet, and I could not escape. And that time it's 5 o'clock in the morning, so I had to wait till the next day and come down and see all my furniture floating, and everything was gone, completely gone, turned upside down. Even the refrigerator was on the floor floating. So I waited another day or two, and the next day the fire department came down and got me out of there. And I stayed with some friends for a couple of days. Now I'm back here because I'm staying in this house now because it's got an upstairs that's not wet. Everything is completely devastated in the other house, and this house where I'm staying right now. Lucky to survive, yes, because the wind was so high and the tide was so high and the rapids were coming down. The ocean has never come over in 40 years I lived here, but this time it came over. It was like a tsunami almost, or something like that. And anyway, lucky to be alive. Another foot or two in the attic. I don't know what I was going to do. Stay on the roof at 5 o'clock in the morning. Nobody's going to come get you.
Yeah.
So
you're up in the attic. I mean, what were those 2 days like?
Staying up there with I had a bottle of water with me and some potato chips, and that's it. I just hung out until the water receded a little bit, and then walked down the attic stairs, 4 foot of water, and seen everything floating around. At least after that, it wasn't okay, but at least I wasn't going down to drown. So everything was okay like that. But never. I've lived here all my life. The beach never came over. The ocean never came over. This time it did. That's the only reason I stayed. Everybody left and it was like a ghost town. I was here by myself, and that was it.
So you're here in town by yourself. I mean, what were those days like? Was it
2 days in the attic?
I mean, 2 days. I mean, after you came out of the attic and you saw everything that had happened, what was the devastation like?
Everything was floating. I have a gigantic freezer and refrigerator. My couches were turned upside down. My refrigerator was laying on the floor floating. Couches were up, turned down. Cabinets, my entertainment center, everything fell right over completely. It was like, it's hard to say. I mean, it's hard to say unless you see it. But it was like the worst you ever. Total devastation. I'm just lucky, because the water would have risen another foot or two. What was I going to do at 5 o'clock in the morning? Jump off the roof into the rapids like a tsunami coming down? I could not do that. And so after that, I just waited 2 days or something, and 2.5 days, and then the fire department would have seen them on the top of the street, and they were coming down with their boots on, and they came to rescue me and got me out, and stayed at somebody else's house for 2 days. Now I'm back here in this house because nothing happened upstairs, so I could stay up there.
Where do you go from now?
Hmm?
Where do you go from here?
I'm staying right here where I am now because I have an upstairs, and that was 1 floor, and this is 2 floors, and nothing is wet upstairs, so I'm staying here now.
So you're going to live out your attic?
No, the other house where it happened, I'm staying here now, so this house where you see me right now, nothing happened upstairs, but so it's dry upstairs. The house where it happened to me was only an attic. There was no escape, it's either that or drowned, so at least I made it. I was lucky.